Welcome everybody, welcome to the Tomb of Illumination, where we reveal all the secrets of the universe. Earth's flat. To all you drongos out there who think the Earth's a globe, you're about to get your asses kicked, I tell you. I'm about to create a video, one-off. It's basically a base to what's about to be revealed. You need this one-off video. I'm calling it the floodgates video, where everything after this video becomes understandable in relation to all ancient myths and legends, all religions, and the association with man's brain with the flat earth system, all of the flat earth system, all the physics involved, okay? We talk about, we start linking Plato's, Plato's dialogues, but Homer's Iliad, all the myths, King Arthur, myths of Avalon, all the ancient Hermetics, whatever the ancient Egyptians left us, all going to be all connected. Never been revealed before, never put together in videos like I'm about to do. But you need this base video to get an understanding of everything. And you'll start connecting everything after this initial video. You'll connect everything yourself without me having to do it, if you've got a mind to think. And only those who seek shall find. So this is why I'm keeping it close-knit within my Patreon community, because they are the people who are out there seeking. Most people on YouTube are in La La Land. They're only there for entertainment. No one's really seeking, because I'd have them all on my Patreon by now. So, but I'm putting this video on YouTube, letting you know that if you're not on my Patreon, you're going to miss out. So here's a taste of what's coming. Understanding the 3D realm we live in. Okay, where does it come from? Well, it comes from nothing. The ancients talked about that. They told us it comes from nothing. All the Christians out there, no, nothing. Can't come from nothing. Well, you're about to find out what I mean. It came from nothing. Now, a perfect example of this nothingness is one of Ken Wheeler's videos. Theodora Epiphasis. Where he's showing the spherocell over the top of a magnet and put a powerful neodymium magnet, moves it above it, I can't remember, it's been a long time. But he was moving it, and you could see the 3D depth through the ferrocell. It was like 2 microns or something. That 3D depth, it doesn't really exist, because take the ferrocell off, the light's away, where is it gone? We are in that depth. What do you think the Great Pyramid of Khufu represents? Okay? Why do you see a lot of this? You might see pyramids like this, or something like this. You know, there's hints all over the place. Upside down, flip it, understand. But I'm going to reveal all this, and it'll all be explained in all the individual videos that come after the foundation video, after the floodgates have been released. Okay? So, this is what we had. This is what Ken Wheeler showed, the ferrocell. Clear film acts as atmospheric moisture. You've got iron filings in here. Atmosphere is full of iron and nickel. So why does iron sound the same as ionization? Because they're connected. Ionization creates meteors from the volcanic dust, you could say. Rises up high in the atmosphere. But the atmosphere is full of iron and nickel. Okay? It still boils down to ionization. And we get ionization up to the tropics, which creates the electromagnetic field. These tropical gaps here. The metaphysical capacitor plates creates our electrical system, the sun. To have this capacitor system here, and it's all due to magnetism. The base is magnetism. This is what gravity is. Each other. But in our realm, the magnetic field, the magnets, there's an avoidance zone. Otherwise, how can you get a magnet with the North and the South Pole? If they seek each other out, they would cease to exist. How can a magnet continuously have a North and a South Pole? Because it has the avoidance zone that keeps them separated. Well, that's the tropical gap. And the black hole of creation, because the tropical gap, the circle around the flat earth, represents the black hole. But that's going deep. Also, while I'm at it, man is a black hole, basically. You are looking out from the black hole like the sun is, looking out and around you, because we are creatures of light. That's how you have to imagine it. So he's got a spherocell, there's got all the LEDs, and the LEDs acts as our sun on earth. That's what our sun on earth is for. If you took away the sun of earth, bingo, that the 3D depth would disappear. So this is where you come into the Khufu period, a pyramid or pyramids, understanding the 3D depth that is created from a flat plane of inertia. So you could draw the earth as the magnet, because the flat plane of inertia, it's fixed and stationary. Flat earth, it's fixed and stationary. The sun moves around it. The moving sun, the moving electrical field is changing the magnetic field, and the changing magnetic field is creating the electrical field. Changing magnetic field rises up out of the south, comes down here, through the ground, up through here and over there. It's changing. That's a changing field from a south pole to a north pole, or vice versa. Okay, that's what changes, creates the light. And the light is electromagnetic. Electricity and magnetism. Male and female. That's why man is X and Y chromosome. The female, the moon is in here. It's in the 3D depth. And look, they're both north. So she's only a female with a X chromosome. XX, XX. Not a XY like the male had here. So this is where you have to understand that the sun is up here on the horizon of the black hole. It does not descend, ascend or descend. It stays there and just circulates. But due to the 3D depth, in here below, the sun becomes the moon. It's separated. See, male and female. The moon is in here and does this. And this is all due to a 3D projection. So you have to imagine, you've got to use your mind, that just that rotation of the sun is creating the 3D S-curve below in the magnetic field depth, 3D depth. And the 3D depth is where we are from. We are from in here. So that the division of the sun and the moon is showing us the separation of man and woman on earth. Because back at creation, the sun is one, singular. This is creation. That flat plane, or this flat plane, is singular. Okay? All the background stars are in here. You got the planets up here. See, in mythological stories, all the planets are the suns. Okay? The stars and the moon are all down here, are the female. They are the electrons, you could say. But you could also say they are the, like man on earth here. You've got to associate with earth because we're all from the earth. These are all the, these are the veins. Okay? The moon is your mind. The planets are, in their circles, you could say they are veins and arteries. Arteries. Okay? Arteries. So you've got to imagine man is created from all this here, this plane. All the planets, their cycles representing the organs in the human body. The sun, your heart, the moon, your mind. Okay, it's all connected. It's all going to come out in my videos. Okay? We're about to open the floodgates. So understanding the 3D depth from a 2D plane is all magnetism. That's what gravity is. Gravity is magnetism. A north and a south pole. So you can imagine, well, there's Earth, say, and you're falling back to Earth. Why is that? Because there's the two forces of nature. You could say it's a south pole and a north pole, but we call it a positive field and a negative field below Earth, isn't it? But Earth itself is fixed and stationary, and it's come about by the two forces of nature that come together. Okay? That's what creates the black hole. And inside the black hole is fixed and stationary. All the actions around the horizon, but in here, fixed and stationary. Look, it's round and flat, 2D. Earth, flat, round, fixed and stationary. Okay? All the action is around us in the sky above. And it's all in here. All projected out into our realm. What this is in here has created our realm. We exist in this part down here. We can't get back to creation. That part in here is separate to our realm. So we then are like a magnet. We break down and we have all these sort of components in here in a different way, in a highlighted way, fashion. So the black hole becomes our tropical gap. You've got the north and the south poles. They come together to create the electromagnetic induction or force that feeds back up through the Milky Way, because the Milky Way comes out of the tropics, goes up over to the north. Okay? Let's just concentrate on the northern hemisphere, because the southern hemisphere is mirrored, and that's when I lose people. Stick to the northern hemisphere. But this video is about understanding the depth, the 3D depth realm we live in. We come from in here, yet it's not there. Take the ferrocell off, you're left with a magnet. Where's the field gone? Where's the depth gone? It's not there. Thanks to our sun. Look, our sun. That's why they worship the sun, because the sun is the creator. Okay? The creator of our realm. Without the light, there is nothing. Okay? Dark void. It's a void with no light. You see nothing. Understand that? Whether you're a Christian or an atheist or whatever. You need to start watching my videos and understanding where we come from, where we're going. So, but understanding all this takes you back to creation. Why we are here. This is what I'm going to get into. Okay? Why are we here? The Great Pyramid. Flip it on its head. You have the Queen's Chamber as the moon, the mind. Moon moves water. In your brain is fluid. Your pineal gland sits in fluid. What if you pulled the plug, you woke up to reality, what would happen? The water gets released. What would we call that? Like a flood. The sun is offset at the creation. It's on the horizon of the black hole, isn't it? While the moon, mind, pineal gland, is centralized in relation to the gap, be it of the two hemispheres of your brain or the tropical zone, to be revealed in my videos. Big secrets to be revealed. Okay? Understand all this 3D depth. They're starting to touch on this, even in physics, on your YouTube site. You go to these science sites, they're trying to explain the 2D, 3D realm. It was quite, if you're open to understanding, it was quite well explained by this elderly woman in one of these YouTube sites. But But what they're trying to do, they always spin it back to their ball and going into space. No, you can't get into space. You can't get out of this realm. We are part of the earth. We are fixed with the earth. Atoms of the earth in the human body. How can you leave it and go into La La Land? No, because out there, there's nothing. We all exist within our arc of horizon. Beyond that doesn't actually exist in time, and it only, as you move your arc of horizon. So you hear about it on the news and all that, but really it's all a collective universe, of course, so it's all connected. But to you, this is your realm, just your arc of horizon, and you always stand zenith to your arc of horizon. Okay? Zenith, there. It's why in religion you have this thing on the top of your arch. Remember they talk about the door, the false door? Well, what were the doors in the old days? They were arches like this. Finding this point here. Finding the door and leaving via this point. What do I mean by that? Well, you're going to find out. But you have to get on my Patreon. Pay the bucks. Pay Caesar what is Caesar's, because nothing's free these days. Because your Freemason mates out there are charging us for everything. Just to live in your own home, you've got to pay rates. Who's paying for that? Not supposed to get wealthy, obviously. It's what the Jesus turning over the money tables was all about. And but look at all your evangelists in America, the billions of dollars they're worth. Lying, two-faced, ugly, satanic pigs. Particularly one of them, he actually looks like the devil. If you could imagine a devil in your head. Worth millions and millions of dollars, and all these suckers go to his church. Worshipping an idol. I mean, how thick is that? You can't get any dumber than someone who follows a book that says do not worship idols, yet go to a session where they discuss the Bible and worship an idol. Okay, thanks for watching. Put a thumbs up if you like this sort of thing. I'm trying to wake the world up, if you haven't guessed already. Please subscribe and jump on my Patreon. It won't kill you. It's worth every dollar you put into it. Every cent.